Hello, class. My name is David, one of your classmates. And right here I have with me a person that I've served, one of them. This is Billy. So, I had the pleasure of serving my Italian-style Mediterranean meal to my violin teacher, Billy, and her husband, Doug.
Hello.
And they enjoyed it immensely, or so. That's pretty much what they told me.
Actually, it was spectacular.
Mm-hmm. The wine and conversation served as a reminder that such a healthy food should be savored slowly. A quiet table is definitely not in keeping with this style of eating.
And that part we have mastered. The quiet table does not exist.
Oh, yeah. We prepared an antipasto consisting of portobello mushroom caps. Portobello mushrooms, aside from being extremely delicious, get their name from their place of origin, which is Portobello, a town on the island of Sardinia off the coast of Italy. Portobellos grow stacked in special rooms where the temperature, humidity, and fresh air are controlled. Mushrooms contribute nutritionally to B vitamins, quite a few of them, but they lend a special advantage to those on a vegan diet by enhancing selenium, potassium, copper, iron, and phosphorus. There was also a small variation in our caps where we added shredded cheese on top for more protein, and probably another time we might actually do artichoke hearts.
Which I think would be fabulous.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. The primo selected was chicken, Castelli Romani style, without bacon, since the recipe called for bacon. My violin teacher and her husband are Jewish and do not consume pork, and I don't mind either. I don't need bacon or pork to keep living my days. Castelli Romani is an area of wine producing towns set in the volcanic landscape of the Alban Hills. Being southeast of Rome, Castelli Romani is located in the Latium region. I chose the recipe because I wanted to cook with wine. Castelli Romani is known not only for wine production, but wine cooking as well. As for the chicken, protein from poultry ranks high in the Mediterranean diet. During my shopping trip, I selected chicken thighs. I wanted to avoid red meat because according to the Mediterranean Diet Pyramid, found in our Week 4 reading of the Mediterranean Way of Eating, poultry may be consumed in moderate portions daily to weekly. Another reason we chose chicken is because Doug, Billy's husband, has an allergy to beef. This dish featured a savory compilation of spices and herbs, including fresh rosemary grown in Billy and Doug's backyard. This gave us one more native ingredient. Rosemary holds a special place among spices. According to another reading of the Mediterranean Way of Eating, in Week 5, rosemary exhibits the highest ability to inhibit lipid peroxidation of all the herbs. It also contains natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Also, another reading in Week 5 about the village of Acciaroli. According to Alan Maisel, I hope I'm saying that right, every meal they prepare contains rosemary. Whatever form they put it in has shown in scientific studies to reduce cognitive and prevent cognitive dysfunction and some aging. Back to the overall chicken dish, the dish featured another native ingredient, lemons from a neighbor's tree, and naturally grown lemons, just like the rosemary that was naturally grown. It was used as a mist over the chicken when it was done cooking, and gave it quite a flavor. Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the lemon just sang.
That's what I thought too. It was zestful. The third dish was a dolce. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Biscuit Tortoni, which is an Italian ice cream made with heavy cream and a few more ingredients. Our tortoni had sliced almonds on top as well as crushed shortbread cookies. This dessert is named after Giuseppe Tortoni. The biscuit tortoni may not have been made in an Italian region, but it was invented by a Naples-born citizen who lived from 1775 to 1864. I chose this word because I'm not a big fan of ice cream. While I don't think it tastes bad, rather it was delicious when I ate it last night, I simply prefer other things. The ingredients made me wonder what the finished product might taste like. It included a third native ingredient, and for those who remember my posts, you may have guessed it, orange slices from my dad's orange tree, served as a garnish. And quite a cool and fitting finish to the whole meal. Wouldn't you agree about that on the dessert?
The dessert was decadent. Plus, it contained 3 tablespoons of alcohol.
The cognac. We the fireball that we used.
Yes, we had to substitute Fireball for the cognac, and so it absolutely, it was just beautiful from start to finish. It looked pretty, and it was so rich.
And a nice embellishment to our meal was a bottle of Palazzo della Torre, hopefully I'm saying that right too, from the Allegrini winery. With its fruity raisin-like character and aged in oak barrels, it was a perfect dry red wine with this meal. Allegrini was voted Winery of the Year in 2016 by Gambero Rosso. Wine, whether white or red, contains phytochemicals considered to provide health benefits. Red wine with skin extractions contains greater amounts of these molecules than white wines. One particular component in skin extracts used in the production of red wine is resveratrol. Along with other flavonoid and non-flavonoid phenolic molecules, resveratrol has antioxidant capabilities and continues to receive considerable research attention. And the wine was a fine touch to our meal. If I remember right, that was the Mediterranean way of eating, I think in week 5, if I remember right. In preparation for my meal, I made a trip to the Sprouts near my violin teacher's house. Having never been to this Sprouts store before, I viewed this as an adventure. When I entered the store, I noted a few tables and chairs in the lobby where people were enjoying already prepared food and what might have been food items bought from inside Sprouts. They seemed relaxed. The main part of the store smells of vitamins and minerals from the farm fresh produce. There is a deli, a bakery, and a butcher where I found my chicken thighs. There's also a variety of spices, and one may choose as much or as little as one would even want to. I mean, they can choose a little bit or they can choose a lot. The prices are very reasonable. And for example, with both the size and the price, my violin teacher, she recently paid for a small bottle of Herbes de Provence at Albertsons for as much as $8. How big was this?
About this big.
Whereas the same amount was purchased at Sprouts for 57 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And due to that fact, with a string of other facts about Sprouts, I probably am likely going to return there for more shopping. Let's see, we tried to consume our meals slowly, but just as Rome wasn't built in a day, it is difficult to break old habits. And over time, I am hoping this is going to change. We did enjoy some conversation and make comments about the cuisine, especially that dessert. As for a starting goal, mine will be to practice eating meals more slowly. I tend to inhale my food and have been known to finish my meal before others have taken a single bite. I'll finish and they're still eating. I also will do what I can as far as adapting to the Mediterranean eating patterns, especially with college. As we all probably know, my fellow students, it's rough. As for my community, or what I think would be kind of the overall helpful effect to the community, changing my shopping habits by going to farmers markets and to stores that are like Sprouts, Trader Joe's, and Whole Foods help me as far as eating healthier. By shopping in the stores I mentioned, I would be helping people in these particular establishments to remain employed, along with supporting a more wholesome food system, especially if my money is supporting that. And this is pretty much the end of the video. A special note, the reason why I have her here is because we did eat our meal last night. And so this is just to say, hey, I'm not lying. She could probably verify to you.
He did everything. I was amazed. I know him as my violin student.
But as for, but yeah, make sure you check the pictures, because we do have the picture of all the things we had, even the red wine bottle, and of our actual finished product, each thing.
I was impressed by how well he could saute. He can saute better than I can saute. It was quite impressive.
Thank you, thank you. Other than that, hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and see you next class. Have a good rest of the semester, and hopefully we can relax from one class down.